My name is Onyedika Maobi from Busk Creations. I hope you tried the back bodice. I'm going to do the front part of the bodice. Now looking here, you'll notice that we have gotten our bust line for the front, our waistline for the front also, and our hips line for the front. It is the same thing for the back. So what we need to get here is what? Our neckline, our shoulder line, our chest line, and maybe our true bust line. Those are the things that we need to get on this particular pattern. So for this size that I'm using in number 2 of page 16 of Natalie Bray's book, we are going to use 4.5. So meanwhile, look at the back side. Our point O was what? Was 2.5 centimeter. Remember, 2.5 centimeters, just below the top line. But the difference here is that in the front one, our point O starts from the top line. So the point O from the front, for the front, goes higher than what? The point O for the back. So our point O is here. This is our point O, okay? So every measurement we are taking comes from this what? Point. So for the shoulder line, we are taking what? 4.5 centimeter. 4.5 centimeters. Okay, so this is it. 4.5 centimeters. I want to get the line. And I'll draw, okay? I'll draw. This is the shoulder line. Then for the neckline, from point O, I'll take the neckline from point O. For this, it is just for this particular size. Smaller sizes, we have what? From point O, 7.5 for the neckline. For the neckline, so 7.5. I measure it. This is 7.5. Okay, so because it is in the neckline, it is not going to be as long as the shoulder line. So I draw. This is what? The neckline. Let me label this. Shoulder line. Shoulder line. This is neck. Line. Okay, so now the next one is what? Our chest line. Our chest line is 4 centimeters above the bust line. This is the bust line, remember, bust line. So our chest line is 4 centimeters above the bust line. So let's get our chest line. From here, I take 4 centimeters. So this is it. Okay. Then our true bust line. Our true bust line is also 4 centimeters below the bust line. Meanwhile, let me label this our chest line. Our true bust line is 4 centimeters below the bust line. So this is it. Okay. True bust line. Okay, so the next thing to do is to get the box or to get the neck of our front. Now the value we have for the back neck is the value also we have for the front neck. So what is our back neck width? Our back neck width was, or rather is, 6.5 centimeters. So for the front neck width, it will also be what? 6.5 centimeters. Okay, so I take the measurement from point O here. I'll take 6.5 centimeters. This is it. And remember, this is our neckline. This is where the line would rest. So I also take another 6.5 centimeters. Okay, and I join the line. I then join the line. I join the what? The line here. Okay, so now I'm going to draw the curve of the neck from a point. From this right angle, I'm going to take 3 centimeters that will guide me to draw the curve. So at this angle here, I'm taking 3 centimeters. Okay, so I'll use my curve and I'll continue to, fix my curve until it settles well with this line. Okay, so I draw. So this is what? My neck. Then on the shoulder line, I will need to extend this shoulder line. I'll need to extend this shoulder line, okay, a little more. So on the shoulder line, for all the sizes, you measure from this point 16.5 centimeters and mark. Let me do that now. For all the sizes, from this point, measure what? 16.5 centimeters. This is what? This is it. Okay, let me do it this way then. This is what? 16.5 centimeters. Okay, this is it at this point. Okay, this is what will guide me in drawing my shoulder slope. Now from this point, meanwhile, this is our NP, neck point for the front. Remember, we had our neck point for the back. So from this point now, I'm going to draw a line that will pass through this point. Okay, that will guide our shoulder. Okay, our shoulder slope. Okay, and I'm going to leave it unfinished. I just drew a line and left it what? A little unfinished. Let me extend it a little longer. Okay, I'm leaving it like this, unfinished. So the next thing is, on the bust line, measure the 1/4 of the chest measurement. Remember, our chest width is what? 36 centimeters. So 1/4 of 36 divided by 4 is what? 9. So 1/4 of our chest, 36 divided by 4 is what? 9. Is 9. So I take on the chest, on the bust line, I take my measurements, 9 centimeters. Okay, so this is it here. I mark. Okay, then the line will cross this bust line by 2 centimeters and cross this shoulder. Okay, so I want to get it. So at this point, I have gotten a mark from this point to this point. Then I want to mark 2 centimeters below this line. Okay, so the next thing is to join these lines from the shoulder to this bust line and to this point, 2 cm below. So I do this with my ruler. I do this with my ruler, I join. Okay, then after that, on the shoulder line, I'll go down 2 centimeters. On the shoulder line, I'll go down 2 centimeters. That's on the shoulder line from this point now. From this point, you see this point here? I'll go down 2 centimeters. So this is it. I'll mark my 2 centimeters. This is to help me draw my dart. This is where my dart is going to start from. So from this point now, this is the first leg of the dart. I'm going to draw my dart now. The first leg of the dart. That's to draw my dart. I go down first from this point, this line that I have drawn. From this point 2 centimeters down, then I draw the first leg of my dart. I join. Okay, remember it's stopping at this point. Then I will now take the value of my dart. What is our dart here? Our dart is what? 6.5 centimeters. 6.5 centimeters. So from the first dart leg, I'll measure 6.5 centimeters. Wherever it stops, I'll mark and close the dart. Okay, so this is it. 6.5 centimeters. Okay, 6.5 centimeters. This is where the second black dart leg is starting, and I'm going to use it to close. Okay, so okay, so now don't get it confused. Don't get confused. I like to, like shade my dart so that I don't confuse it with this line. So this is my dart. This is my dart. Okay, this is just a guide line. Okay, so now the next I'm going to do on the chest line. On the chest line, I'm going to measure half of the chest, and while jumping this dart. Okay, now what is our chest width? What is our chest width? Our chest width is what? 36 centimeters. So 36 divided by 2 is what? 18. Is what? 18. So I'm going to measure 18 jumping this dart. Okay, so this is it. From here I take it, I get to this point. What I have here is 9.5, and I continue. Okay, so what I have here now is what? 18. I mark it. Okay, this is my chest point. CHP. Oh, I hope you can see this. This is chest point. Okay, let me write it here. CHP. Okay, so this is my chest point. Now and on the shoulder line again, I'm going to get the value of my shoulder. What is the value of my shoulder? Here, what my shoulder is what? 12 centimeters. Now, while taking this measurement, I'll also add the value of my dart. Remember, we have a shoulder here, and the dart is included in the shoulder. So if I don't include it, it will make the shoulder to be shorter. So if, just assuming now that we remove this dart, what will be the value of our shoulder? It will be what? 12 centimeters. So but when we add the dart to our shoulder, what will it be? Our dart is what? 6.5 centimeters plus what? Shoulder that is 12 centimeters. It will be what? 18.5 centimeters. So from this end point, NP, I'll take my tape down to where it registers 18.5 centimeters, and I'll mark. Okay, so this is it, 18.5 centimeters. Okay, and this is what? My SP for the front shoulder point, remember? Okay, so now the next thing I'm going to do is to drop a perpendicular line from this chest line down to the bust line, and then connect SP to CHP. This will guide me in drawing my armhole, my front armhole. Okay, so now dropping a perpendicular line, I would like to get the measurement of here, which is 20, and I'll still take it down 20, and then I join everything with my ruler, SP to CHP to the bust line. Okay, let's get to work. And then this is it. okay, and then this. Okay, so now we are getting ready and closer to drawing our front armhole. So but then, so to draw this armhole, we are going to get the total bust width of this pattern and subtract this the back bust width from it to get the value of the where our front armhole will land. The total width of bust width of this pattern, so this minus the bust width of the back pattern. Now what is the total bust width of this pattern? The total bust width of this pattern is our half bust plus 5 centimeters, which is what 84 centimeter over 2 divided plus 5 is equal to what? 47. So 47 is the total bust width of the pattern. Then I want to get the bust width of the back pattern. And what is it? I want to take the measurement. It is what? 22. The total bust width of the back pattern is what? 22. So the total bust width of the general pattern minus what? 22, and it gives us what? 25. I don't know if you got it. Okay, so I'm going to, on this bust line now, I'm going to take measure 25. Okay, I start. This is what? This is where 25 lands me. 25. Okay. Did you see the point? This is for my front UP. Okay. Then at this angle, I'm going to take, remember for the back I took 3.3 centimeter here. So what I'm going to do for the front is the opposite of what I'm going to do for the back. Okay, or what I did for the back. For the front, this hollow is what? 3 centimeter. Here it's going to be 1.5 centimeters. So at this angle I take what? 1.5 centimeters diagonally 1.5 centimeters. Okay, so this is where the armhole is going to pass through. Then on the line from SP to CHP, I'll divide it by 2. That's, I get the middle of the line, take it in by 1 centimeter, and it will help me to draw my curve. Pause. Get to here, what it gives me is what? Is, let me say 12.5. So I have what? 6.25. Okay, now at that point I take it in by 1 centimeter. Okay, so this is how my curve, or my armhole will pass through. Now for the front armhole, you are going to hollow it a little, just a little, at the bust line. So let's draw the armhole. First, I'll connect from here to here and to here. Watch. Okay, did you see what I just did? So the next thing is to take from here now to this place. Watch. I'll keep moving my curve until it registers and links to this. See, if you notice, you see it's hollowing a bit on this line. Okay, so so this is what for our front armhole. Okay, for our front armhole, I'll from at the waist, at the hip line, I'll measure. Pause. So the next thing to do now is to, at my hips line, I'll divide the hip into 4 and add 3 centimeters. 3 centimeters to it. The 3 centimeter is our ease. Okay, so our hips is what? 90 centimeters. 90 centimeters divided by 4 will give us 22.5. Okay, so I take it from here 22.5. Okay, this is it. Then I'll now add my 3 centimeters. From here I take 3 centimeters. Okay, so the 3 centimeters lands me somewhere here. Okay, it's actually, because I use the hips, it's actually supposed to, it lands me somewhere here. And so I join from UP to HP of the front. Okay, so I draw the line. This is the outer waist seam. Outer waist seam. Remember, for the back we have the outer waist seam and the inner waist seam. So for the front inner waist seam, from this waist point, I'm going to take 2 centimeters. Sorry, I'm going to take 1.5 centimeters. So this is it, 1.5 centimeters, and I'm going to join from UP to WP, and from WP to what? HP of the front. And that is what how we have our what? Front bodice pattern. Front bodice pattern. Yeah, and this is our front bodice pattern. I hope you enjoyed the class. In our next class, we're going to talk about waist shaping and talk about our final shoulder seam. Okay, so look forward to that. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.